Hello, everybody. Welcome to Monday Night Live. How's everybody doing? Oh my goodness. It's been a week, guys. Holy cow. Feels like so long ago I talked to you all, but I'm glad that we're here today. Oh my gosh, it's been so busy. So while I wait for people to come on, quick updates. I submitted all of my market stuff to print. The person running the market that I'm doing gave me a very large heart attack and said, I can't wait to see you this upcoming weekend. She got her dates mixed up. She does have one in the same location this weekend as where I'm going. She just wrote me down for April, but looked back and was like, I'm sorry, this is my fault. So sorry. So not this weekend. So if you see any socials saying that I will be at a market this weekend, it is inaccurate. But I will be there in May. So just a small tiny error, but she's really busy kind of getting ready for that market, so those posts may not come down right away. All my stuff's ready to print, so it's there. I have some of my prints ready to pick up tomorrow, so I'm very excited to go get those. I've got business cards, I've got more cards, I've got bookmarks, more bookmarks coming. We have the stickers that are here. I'm going to get a few more, I think. I'm on the fence. Sticker Mule has a sale on circle stickers. I don't know if that's what I want to do. So all these decisions that I'm making, and I'm also trying not to get too much. I'm at the point of almost too much, I think. And then I've been working on this lovely piece that we started last week, which has been a lot of fun. I do enjoy all the market prep and the illustrations, like the gnomes, the bookmarks. They're a lot of fun because it's really good, kind of quick illustration that's kind of really satisfying to see. You could see the progress. Where with these larger pieces, the progress is a little slower. But, I just kind of wanted to switch gears a little tiny bit. So I'm glad I got all those things off to print so I could work on this. So as you can see, I was working on this. I have worked on this a little bit since we were together last. I finished off the line work. I wasn't super, I was happy with the line art when we left last week, but I do find that first go of the lines I don't love very much because I find it's a little sketchy. It's not quite perfect. It's not kind of solidified. So spending some time with it this weekend and getting some of these kind of hierarchy lines into place really kind of felt a lot better. And I knew that was going to happen. I've been working with these kind of line weights and such for a little while. And I've been working on these line weights for some time, so I know kind of that was going to happen. This was going to come together for me. And so that felt really good to get those lines together. And then I played a little bit with our stained glass style. Now let me just see. Oh shoot, which screen was it? This one? Oh shoot, it doesn't matter. Okay, never mind. I was going to show you the example from, oh actually, you know what? I do have it here. I'll just show it on this screen instead. So this is kind of the AI styling that I kind of found when I was kind of percolating and trying to decide on the style for this. And when these came up, these were what jarred me into being like, duh, you should be doing the stained glass kind of style that you've been doing already. And it's definitely the paper patterns. I knew the paper patterns were going to be in there already because they were kind of, I have them because of Night Circus. So I knew they were going to be part of it, but having this kind of stained glass style, a little different from what we did with the dragon and the kraken and things like that. I don't want to kind of model each piece, but I want the lines to be there for each piece and kind of model each section. So maybe her hair, will kind of work on that, the shadowing and stuff. So what we're going to work on today is a little bit of that styling. I'm going to be laying out some colors, and then we're going to kind of be working through that styling. So that's what these first 3 or 4, kind of 5 maybe cards are going to be about, is finding that style and how we want those shadows to work out, because this is a 6x9 illustration, but going to be shrunk down to like a 2x3. So I don't want to have too much detail and have it be muddy as well. So I think if I were to model, like detail each and every one of these little sections, I think that that would make for a very busy card, and we don't want that either. I want this to be nice and clear, but modifying the style I've been working on to make it so that it will work at a smaller size. We have Alessandra in the chat. Hello, Alessandra. Oh, these darn clocks giving the wrong time. Odari's here. Excellent. Hello. Welcome to the stream. So yeah, we're going to do we're going to start working on our style a little bit. So I did start a little bit of color. So one thing I do want to do here, we're going to be using the paper patterns. I love the paper patterns. I get great feedback on them. And I've always had good feelings about them. So what I'm going to do is, key piece here, these characters have very, very red hair. So I want to make sure that that's what stands out here. I have a couple other style choices that I am making. So I'm going to, but I'll get to that when I get to that. I don't know how long this will take, but I want to do 2 different reds throughout her hair just to give it a texture so it's not this flat red all the time. So that's what we're going to work on today, putting in some colors and adding them in here. So let's work on the mask a little bit here. And start putting in some of these colors. And it's really hard when you're working with just 2 because I think 3 would be too busy in this like little bit of her hair, but also 2 is hard because you're going to have some of these kind of working together right beside each other. But I think in the end that's not going to matter. So I'm trying to get my brain on board. Alrighty, so we're just going to color some of this here. Okay, so what's everybody up to? I saw one of Alessandra's streams, and I saw Odari's stream on Saturday. Everybody's looking really good. I missed streams yesterday. Mojo is under the weather for real this time. Last time he just got all excited. He's for real under the weather this weekend, so we were just kind of cuddling and stuff like that. I think he's on the mend now. So I missed streams yesterday. We were out in the sunshine. No, don't erase. Oh, I wanted to erase. That's why. I wish the back and forth, like I double tap the Apple Pencil to go back and forth between the pencil and the pen and the eraser. I was doing that a lot with the liner, but now it's not really erasing on a mask, so it doesn't work that way. Okay, Alessandra's continuing her animal drawings right now. Amazing. Outlining them. Perfect. They are looking great. Oh, and grilling outside, Odari. What are we having for dinner? I do love me some grilling. We have some, oops. We have some, stop doing that, Aaron. Grills outside in the park here at my building, and people use them very frequently, especially on the weekends. So yesterday it smelled really good in here now, because now it's stopped raining, and it stopped being windy as anything, so I can have my windows open, so it's fun to smell all the foods everybody's doing it. Yeah, we had like this crazy wind on Friday, like all my stuff on my balcony was blowing all over the place. I couldn't have my windows open. It was chaos. It was hard to sleep. It was crazy. Hope Mojo's doing well. Thank you. He just has this bit of a stomach bug, I think. So he sniffed something he wasn't supposed to sniff. So we're on a new plan to get him all better. He's napping right here by now. Yeah, it's a weird time of year. Alessandra said it's nice out today, but windy, so it made it cold. Yeah, so it's a bit of a challenge, and it's kind of a weird time of year because like I took Mojo for a walk earlier today, and it was kind of cool. So I thought, okay, well I'll put my jacket on before I go out, and I was roasting because I wasn't in the protection of the buildings when I was in amongst the buildings is cold, so. It's all just chaos around here. And then I know a bunch of my family that's further north, they all have snow again. It's just all a pile of chaos. So I bought a couple sweaters that were on sale, and I was like, oh, this isn't the time of year for sweaters. And they came in today, and it's perfect because it's supposed to get cold and rainy tomorrow. So keep wearing the sweaters. And Mojo, get better. We need our guard security to be okay. Yes, yes. I think the neighbors are noticing it's super quiet around here. This hasn't stopped him. Never mind. Spring just happened here. Yeah, we have pretty spring in the next couple days for sure. It's supposed to rain a lot, I think, in the coming days. But it's all up and down. On the warmer side now, which is good. Like I think like the weekend is supposed to be like 13 degrees and stuff, so that's good. So we're all under control. We'll get there. I don't want it to get too hot too soon. Let's just calm down a little bit. All right. I think blocking out this color is going to really help me to see some of these things come together. So I was very excited to get to this part this weekend. Again, it's pretty soothing to do this kind of work. Oops. Oh, Nathan's here. Hi, Nathan. Thanks for joining the stream. My other chats are on. So I can't remember if I mentioned this last week or not, or when I feel like my weekends are blurring because I've had like a sick week and then we've had a long weekend and then this weekend was weird, and so I'm getting all my things blurred. But the Daisy Gnome we were working on the live stream was featured on the Fresco curated page a couple weeks ago. And which is super fun, but I always think it's really funny when that happens. Like, it's exciting, and I am always thrilled to get that kind of response from my work. But it's funny because it's the ones that they have picked now and in the past are ones that just kind of fought me the whole way. Like you saw with the Daisy Gnome, how like the change from it being the groovy gnome up into the Daisy. There's a lot of changes in there, and it's just so crazy. So that's why I always encourage people to post their work. Even if you're not sure, almost every time I'm not sure about posting a piece, it has a huge response. So just post your work, share it out. You never know what people are going to like. Unless you really hate it and you absolutely never want to be hired for work like that, maybe don't post that one. Because you know the clients are going to want that work. But yeah, so that was a really cool thing. I always like to get that email. Which is so fun. Yeah, so just more market prep. More check. I ended up taking kind of like a time out this weekend as well. Just taking a bit of a break. I was really pushing to get all those print things done, and I got them done late on Friday, which was great. And then took the weekend to just kind of reset a little bit, because that final push takes like a lot of energy. Like I was saying last week, those final touches take almost as long as the full illustration development. So it's it can be a lot. So we just took a bit of a break, watched some live streams, did some illustration fun. It was good. Oh, Alessandra's doing training for work. Oh my gosh. Well, I hope you pass. Good luck. Yeah, we always have little trainings and stuff throughout our work now and again. Gotta keep us on our toes, man. Especially in your line of work, I suspect, Alessandra. All that art therapy stuff, you gotta keep everybody sharp on their skills, I guess. Oh no. Oh, Dari says my Saturday stream is still processing. I could have upset because it was a good stream. It was a good stream. That sucks. I had one of those too. I have one that's like spinning a little bit. Can't remember which one it was. It was early in the year too, and I remember being pretty bummed, being like, no, that one went so well. I haven't followed up on it though. I don't know, would someone at Adobe be able to kick it in to gear for you? It's probably hung up on something. That sucks because it was a good stream. Making a lot of progress with that color. So good. Oh yeah, you definitely want to be up on those skills, Alessandra. So good luck. I hope it goes well. Oh my gosh. No coloring inside the lines. Not one line was colored inside. So my things are off to print. I'm just doing like little bits and pieces of things I can still do, like my signs and stuff. And then because I want to show that they're colorable, I'm coloring some of my bookmarks and some of my coloring books. So relaxing. I love coloring. Yeah, Behance too. Yeah, Behance or Adobe. I think like a lot of the Behance things, they usually end up on the Adobe forums or whatever. But yeah, someone hopefully can kick it into gear because like you said, it was a really good stream. I didn't contact anybody about mine because I had the backup on Facebook and on YouTube. But yeah, that sucks. If you're not already watching Odari's streams or Alessandra's streams, please do so. They're excellent. I feel bad missing some of your streams, Alessandra, but they're usually like smack in the middle of errand running time, so I always try and catch them when I can because I don't want to miss them too often. Okay, I see that I have missed a small section of the hair here, so we're just gonna well, I will do my best because they are a lot of fun. Those streams are super good. The weekend streams are really good. It always makes me, almost every time I do, I watch the live streams, I'm like, I should do the weekends. And I know future me would be really upset with that because I need the weekends to be weekendy as much as possible. At least for now while I'm doing all this market stuff. Love her hair. Oh, thank you so much. We're going to switch over to the next color in a second to see how that's going to play out. Excuse me, was not a chicken wing. Thank you. Just to see how it'll work. I was like, hopefully it'll play out the way I think it will in my head. But that is what this live is for. Testing. Oh no. Okay, so after this section, so her brother's gonna have the same color of hair, but I think we're just gonna work on her a little bit and the kittens maybe to iron some of this out. We're probably not gonna get to too much shading or anything today. Just some relaxing coloring will be good. Oops. Oh dear Lord. There we go. Okie dokie, Smokey. Okay, so we've got most of that started, so we will save. Yeah, I suspect we are going to get into a large file area. Good boy. So we're going to have to be careful. Okay, so this is this one, so we want this one. Yes. covering both sets of hair. Sweet. And then we're going to create an empty mask, and then we're going to invert that mask, and we're going to fill in her hair. Now, if I put this down underneath, this will be a lot quicker. So this is underneath the hair that we have, so I can go crazy like this, and it won't impact anything. It's extremely satisfying. As long as future me doesn't want to change that layer at all. But we'll just fill in this color here a little bit. Just to give it a little bit of fun texture. Just a little bit of variety because we won't be doing each individual section. And that's why I went with the, I think I started saying this and forgot to complete the thought. I went with some of these like wavier lines as opposed to those solid ones. Again, just because we're not doing each individual section. Oh, Odari's dog's having a meltdown. It's making up for Mojo's silence. Thank you, Odari's dog. Yeah, they're pretty big, tough guys. He's getting better with the people outside. He still doesn't love the neighbors in the hallway, so. But sometimes they do it to themselves. If you're gonna make weird noises in the hall, I don't know what you expect him to do. But I must follow through consistently. Alrighty. Oh, goodness. So satisfying. Okay. Part of me really wishes you could do the masks with a vector brush because I get spoiled with those nice crisp lines, and these pixel ones makes me crazy. But it's all okay. It's just me being picky. Odari's back. He survived the evil beast. Thank goodness for Homeland Security. They get all zoomed in. It's like I took Mojo to training when I first got him. My siblings got me training classes, and so we could get on the same page, and it was great, but I was just like, please help me with the zoomed in, like, because when he goes, like, he'll bark at the neighbors and you've heard it, but there's sometimes where he will just have like a full-on meltdown. He really hates whatever noise they're making, and you cannot do anything with him. And that, I was like, you got to help me snap him out of that. So we're working on that, because that's, I was like, if there's danger and he's not listening, it's dangerous business. Okay, so I'm going to switch my brush to the soft one here, just because I didn't finish some of these edges on the hair, and I also don't know what I want to do with them yet. And I also suspect these will kind of be in shadow, so I'm intentionally being vague about some of these edges, because I think it won't matter just yet. I couldn't decide, so I think it won't matter too much. Pitbull and a miniature schnauzer. Wow. Both ends. I love it. So all the muscle and then all the ego. That's amazing. The Pitbull's the chill one. I love it. Oh, we have Ben in the chat. Hi, Ben. Oh, don't do that, Aaron. You goof. Thank you for joining the stream. All right, so we can just kind of like be a little bit less careful about this because we have the red in place over top, which is great. The other red on top. And this is kind of giving me the effect that I was hoping it would. So that's awesome. And then we'll move on to some of her outfit. Hi, Bug. Can you say hi to the peoples? There's Mojo. There's the Mojo. Are you okay, Bud? Oh, thank you. What nice kisses you have. You want to go play? Yeah, you go play? It'll be nice. Everybody says hello, monsieur. I am eager for it to kind of like, I don't want to rush the summer, but I'm eager for it to dry out there. Our walks are pretty muddy, so I can't convince them that a nice long walk is any fun at all. So I'm eager to get to that because I'd like to go on longer walks soon. It is a muddy mess out there. Well, that was a little faster than the other section. Super duper. Okay, so the next thing we're going to move on to is her outfit, and that's where my next kind of design decision comes into play here. So let's zoom out first and make sure I got it all. Yes, yes, yes. And her brother's hair is going to be the same. Now, a key thing in the night circus is that the whole circus is in black and white. There's no color in it. There's magic and everything, but it's only black and white. So that's giving me a lot of fun elements to work with. So what I did was I split up the cards. This is a tarot deck for those of you who weren't here last week. So I'm splitting the suits into, instead of like, they're not really split into like hearts, spades, diamonds, but they're in like, there's pentacles or coins. In this case, this is a coin card. Coin, swords, wands, and cups. And so what I did was I kind of, based off of what those cards mean and their meanings and the kind of like all that kind of stuff, I broke up the circus similarly so that they would line up with the suits. So we have magic, we have, let's just not muddy my words here. So what would be wands is now tents that are in the circus. What would be swords is now magic. What is coins is the circus. So kind of not like a little elaboration on what's kind of around the tents. And then what's cups is mood. So that kind of different scenarios or scenes that play out in the book that are kind of surrounding the circus. And then I broke them up into, because like, you know, there's the red cards and the black cards in a tarot deck. I broke mine up into black and white and then full color. So the circus or coins and wands or tents are going to be black and white cards. And then the other ones are going to be in full color. So how I'm going to handle that here is, because this one is actually technically a black and white card. There are these people in this circus called Les Rêveurs, and they're fans of the circus, and they wear red scarves to identify each other, or red accents of some kind. And like I said, these two children who inspired this card, or in particular, have red hair. It's like a key feature that they have this shocking red hair against the circus. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do full black and white, but have only red accents. There's not going to be any of the gold or anything else. The only color is going to be red. So that's where my next design decision has come into play here. But we're still going to use the paper patterns. That was a lot of information. So let me just pull up one of the cards because I have an idea of how I think this should lay out, but I'm not sure if it will do what I need here. So I need my patterns. And we're going to start with, he's going to melt down in 2 seconds. Okay, we're going to move. Okay, so we're going to put this here, and as you can see, not black and white, but what we're going to do is we're going to apply a hue saturation adjustment layer here, and I'm going to take the saturation completely out. So now there's no color in there, but it kept the pattern, it kept the values of what's in there. And so because these patterns aren't really built for this, I don't know how this is going to work, but this is where we might play with some levels, or we might play with different transparencies, but this is part of figuring out the style. Just keeping in mind that this is kind of like a lighter pattern. So we're going to handle this just like we did before. I just took all the color out of that. It was the plan there. So we'll do what we just did, create an empty mask and invert that mask. And now I want this to be, because it's the white, I wanted her shirt to be the white. Sorry, I don't know what decision I made here. Hang on a sec. So I think I'm missing a line. Hang on. I'm missing a couple. She's supposed to have like a vest on, so I think I've missed a line or two, which was causing confusion for me. There we go. So her shirt will be white. Okay, nope, this is all fine. Okay, perfect. I'll turn these back on. Yeah, okay. Just looking at some of the decisions I made here. Because I didn't have any lines in her stockings. I didn't want too many lines in. But I wasn't sure if that was going to be consistent, but her shirt is going to be white, which is good. Oh dear. So the black and white's going to really play into the shadows as well, because we won't want to be using the kind of brownish shadows I've been using. So we're going to have kind of 2 sets of shadows. To work with here. Can we go up to... I just want to erase that line there. Okay. Because it was there before the shadow was. Oops, before the color choice was. Ooh. And that's part of this tie. So this is another reason why I was really eager to get the color down, because there's a lot of, oh, I missed one up here and I'm gonna miss it again. So let's just, because some of the lines are starting to muddy a little bit in my brain, so I knew that the color was going to help me get those sections laid out a little better. Okay. Okay, we'll go back to this. Revealing, yes. And again, we're under the red here, so I can kind of be a little bit more direct with my coloring. So this is kind of like the plus side to having my market product be needing to be done so far ahead of the actual market because I have to wait for things to print that I can kind of get to this kind of stuff a little quicker, where normally it'd be like, oh, well, after the market, I'm going to get to this. So I was really, like I said, as much as I really like doing the gnomes and everything, I was eager to get into some exploratory, bigger pieces for a bit. So I'm very excited to work on this. Okie dokie, and then we'll get her stockings, I think, here. There we go. Hey, Dario, do you know what the movie's going to be on Thursday? I hadn't seen Scott Pilgrim. I don't think all the way through, actually. Now that I think about it, I think I saw a little bit when I came out, but I don't remember seeing it all the way through. It was a lot of fun to watch that. That was super cool. Super fun to sit and watch a movie. Like, I usually have the TV on here for like noise and things, but then so I watch a lot of, like, TV shows and things like that, but like I really like to just like plan to sit down and watch a movie. That's always fun. Okay, so we're gonna go to another pattern, and this is where I'm not sure if what I want to do is gonna work, but luckily we didn't go too crazy with our hue saturation plan. I'm gonna stick pretty light here. Oh, it worked all by itself. Awesome. Okay, so when I tested this yesterday, oh wait, hang on, maybe it didn't work. Hang on, before I become a liar. Oh, it did work. Okay, so when I tested this yesterday, when I added a new layer, the hue saturation didn't impact the one below it, so I thought I was gonna have to create a fancy group or whatever, but that little gray layer, that's taking all the color out, is working on everything. Magic. Alrighty, cool. Well, that saved me a lot of work, so it works. Because this works like, I don't use these kind of layers very often. Like when you do hue saturation, you can do that without a layer in Photoshop or Illustrator. So that I hadn't played with it a lot in Fresco until very recently. So I was doing some tests yesterday, so I wasn't going to be fumbling too much. But it totally worked. First try. Sweet. Oh, and then I almost broke it. Let's try again, shall we? Because yeah, it just was keeping the color in. So what I was going to do was create a little, if that was going to be the case, I was going to keep a group. I would make a group of these black and white patterns and have them be under the hue saturation layer. Actually, I think what I was doing, I was making this happen, and it would only work on the one. Yeah, so I made it kind of impact just the layer below it. So that's what I was doing yesterday. So if I undo that, everything below it will be the black and white. Cool. Oh, that's not how that works, silly. There we go. Can I put this under her sweater, please? Fewer fiddly bits, the better. So yeah, you can have the hue saturation layer impact either everything below it or just the layer below it, which is a super cool discovery. It's also super weird drawing skin in black and white. I'm convincing myself that this will come together in the end. It's okay. It just looks so weird right now. But with the right application of shadows and things, I know we'll be fine. Hope to see you for the next movie. I do hope to be there for the movie. I think that would be really good. I was scrolling back into the list of ones that you guys have had in the past. There's some pretty good ones, so I suspect I will try to be there. Oh, this looks so spooky, actually, with just her red hair. Don't know what it is yet. Okay, that's excellent. It'll just be like a big surprise. Okay, it's so spooky with that bright red hair and all this black and white, but it's okay. I know it'll come together. Okay, so we're gonna add another one, and I'm gonna put in a bit of a darker one this time because I want to get her skirt sorted out. I don't want too much pattern, but I wonder if we do try this one, see what it looks like. Not certain if that'll be what her skirt is, but invert the mask. Actually, undo for a sec. Maybe her vest and tie, I think. So, all right, thanks for tuning in, Nathan. Oh, we've got, is it eBay in Behance? Thank you so much for joining into the live stream. I really appreciate it. We're working on an experimental piece at this time. Is this below everything? Again, I'm just kind of like, not lazy, but I just kind of want to, I'm impatient to get all the colors in. So if it keeps being in behind the clip crisp lines, it's so much faster to illustrate. I think whatever I want to use for the skirt will be on the same on the tie. And then we're going to do this one. Making a mess. Yolk. I think that will be, and I want the spoons to be too, that kind of like middle browns. And I'm thinking I might want to use one of the reds down here as well. It'll look different because it's in black and white. But I also know I have a black, like a darker version of one of the reds that I made into a black pattern because I needed a black at one point. So I just wonder if it'll be darker than this. So we'll pull that up next. And these are the spoons that the kittens are playing with. Okay, one more, and then we'll do the kittens because I have an idea for them too. Okay, so let's see. Let's see how dark this pattern comes in. Okay, not super dark. What about the one, because the one I made darker in Photoshop, I leveled it out and used levels. Here it is. Yeah, that's what I want, I think. Because yeah, see how I leveled it out and it's like that little bit more darker. Sorry, I just want to see this in comparison. No, I think we'll go. Oh, we have lots of people. We've got Maria. Hi, Maria. Thanks for tuning in. I looked down for 2 seconds. And Saba. Oh my gosh, lots of people. Where's everybody from? All right. So let me think. This one or this one. This one's a little plain, so I think we're going to remove this one for now. And we'll work with this one. Argentina, very cool. Welcome. Hey Moj, come here, buddy. Come here, buddy. All right. Create an empty mask and invert that mask. All right. Hey Moj, come here, handsome. Hey Mojo, come here, buddy. Come here, sleepy guy. We'll go outside in a minute, okay? Good boy. Oh dear, we've gone rogue with this one here. Let's do this. Hide this part of there. View. View. Oops. Oh, and Saba's from Bangladesh. This is amazing. Everybody from all over. I love it. So yeah, the lighter patterns are a little tougher to get those edges crisp. So that just kind of gets in the way of my master plan. I'm just scribbling all the colors in. Okay. So lots of faces here. So we're in Adobe Fresco tonight, working on the first card in a tarot deck series. I'd love to do all the cards, but I'm pushing to get a few done first so I don't overwhelm myself. I thought it would be cool that if I started get a bunch of them ready ahead of time, obviously, and then kind of post them a week at a time. And that'd be cool to like end at like a new year. But then I thought over the weekend it would be really cool if I had it end at a significant date. Excuse me, in the night circus, like when the circus started or something. Super cool. Oh, I gotta clean up some of these too. So I don't know what I'm going to do yet. These are far from being started or anything. So from being postable or anything yet, but thought that would be kind of cool. Maria reads the tarot. Amazing. Yeah, it's I've always been pretty interested in tarot, and a friend of mine got a deck for herself a couple years ago at Christmas time, and I thought that might be kind of fun. And I thought, considering I was doing this project, it might make sense to know what I'm talking about a little bit. So I got myself a deck, and I've been doing just kind of like reads. Hang on, why is this not working? This one. In the mornings every now and again. Huh. Oh, because I'm not doing the right one. That's right. Oh dear. So I would do a read in the morning, like during the week, which has been a lot of fun. Although I'm not like, I have to look up each card. I do want to know how to like read them. Like just look at the cards and be like, oh my gosh, that means this. There's some I know. I'll pull them up and be like, oh no. But no, I'd like to get a little better at it. But it's been fun because I get to understand what the decks mean, what the cards mean, and kind of their significance to each other, especially if I'm going to make my own deck, right? Okay, so it still looks a little bit weird because she's got her bright red hair and all the bareness in the background, but it'll come together. So I want to do the kittens, and I want to use one of my patterns that I made. I think this one. And these are huge, so we're going to get to a point where I'm going to have to flatten this out and do another. There's going to be a couple files, I think, because that happened with the dragon and the kraken and sea creatures. At some point, like, fresco was just like having none of my business. So we'll have to be careful with that. For right now, I think we're in okay shape. It won't be till we start getting all like the shadow layers and stuff in that'll start being a problem. No, don't do that. There we go. Okie doke. This one, because they're also twins and matching. I'm actually super stoked with how these cats came out. I had a few pieces of feedback on how they came together. I think, like I said last week, I'm pretty sure these are like my first cats. I could be wrong. Sorry, my screen's adjusting to the light dimming out here. They came together so nicely with the support of some AI. Okay, Alessandra, thank you so much for tuning in. Good luck on your test. I hope it goes well. Or your training, I guess. Oh my gosh. It's almost 8 already. Okay, we'll finish this cat and then we'll kind of wrap things up. I don't want to push my luck with Mr. Mojo here. Thanks, Alessandra. I'm really excited to play with some textures on this one. So like you can see some of the pieces aren't broken, like the sections aren't broken down. Just like the stained glass, like you can see in her hair on the top left there. But I think like I'm picturing kind of like larger stained glass panes and such. So we'll see how it comes together. Cats are always fun to draw. Yeah, as much as I'm not a cat person, there's definitely lots here. Like I really enjoyed having his like paw up like that, and just kind of how much he was ready to play and learn his new tricks. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna save this. So I think this is actually a pretty good break point. We got further than I thought. Little spooky because everything's all white in the background. We don't have the ground or anything yet. So what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to work this week on finishing up our color. I always keep thinking that I want to do like a live stream, just kind of straight from the iPad. So I think that only goes to Behance. If I do that, keep an eye out. I'll try and not do it at a time when somebody's regularly streaming. But yeah, just fill in the colors here, do a silent stream now and again. But hopefully by next week we'll have those out, and then we can start playing around with what we're going to do with the shading and the shadows and start creating that depth a little bit more and all that kind of fun stuff. Mikuro Forte just joined in saying, I've been summoned by the drawings of kitties. These are adorable. Thank you so much. I'm so glad that they spoke to you. It's I believe their names are Boots and Pavo, and they're learning tricks for their circus act. And they are super adorable. I'm not really a cat person, but you know, I'd hang out with these guys for sure. So yeah, so I'm going to work on this a little bit more on my own in the coming days and make some progress there. And then next week we'll work on some shading and such. So a few shout outs. If you are not following Odari, Alessandra, anybody else on this list, definitely follow them. I think that you will not be disappointed. Odari streams on the weekends, Saturday right now, and Alessandra over the weekends. Definitely check them out, especially the stuff that Odari is doing with his poster right now. Freaking crazy. And Alessandra's doing a lot of fun bright color pencil crayon work right now, so definitely check it out. Oh my gosh. And yeah, so I'm going to check out some of the names that are here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Mercurial, Alessandra, Odari, Saba, Maria. Nathan was here for a little bit. We had Ben in for a while. So thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. I'm going to go hang out with Mr. Mojo for a little bit. And I hope you all have a great week. Thank you so much for tuning into the stream. Mercurial, you can go back in the replay if you'd like to check it out. I'm sorry you came in so late. I'm sorry I'm leaving now. But definitely tune in next week, please, because we're going to be working on this piece a little bit more then. I hope you have an amazing week, everybody, and I will catch you all on Monday again at the same time and place. Have a good one, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. Bye.